Hey, what's up? My name's Paying, like paying the bills, or not paying for Adobe, because this is OpenSuite for Video, an open source combo of all of the software you may need to make videos for class, scholarships, or whatever else your life consists of. I'm mostly going to just be going down a list of software I've been using since I started making videos a few years ago, describing the good, the not so good, and then dishing out some examples to attempt to demonstrate that you can make a pretty awesome video without having to pay for it. In fact, just to prove it, I made this one using a software called Kdenlive, a substitute for Premiere Pro with possibilities consisting of trimming footage, overlaying graphics, experimenting with filters, keyframing, and chroma keying. I'd say that Premiere tends to be less prone to crashing than Kdenlive, but for videos that are only a few minutes long and don't have a ton of animations, as long as you Control or Command S your work frequently, you should have nothing to worry about. Next up is Inkscape, a free software for Mac OS, Windows, or Linux. It allows you to edit and save vector images, change graphic colors, freehand draw, and create custom text with dozens of ready-made fonts and additional downloadable ones. Pretty capable replacement for Adobe Illustrator, don't you think? Moving on, we got Blender 3D 2D Animation, which can be used to add animation to real-time video in the background or as standalone video. In this way, it can be used as an open source replacement for Adobe Animate or After Effects. The software is presented as a three-dimensional space with objects occupying several planes or just one for two-dimensional animation with the grease pencil feature. Still, the graphic can be navigated like a three-dimensional object. Also, for graphic elements, I use something called Canva, which you've probably heard of if you've ever been told to graphically design something and wanted to find something to do it for you. It's convenient for embedding advertisements or poster-like graphics in your videos, anything that could use a rectangular background, since transparent backgrounds are a premium feature, though it can be removed with Pixlr, which I'll be getting to later. As animation downloads are also a premium feature, animations can be screen recorded and cropped. Then the background can be removed with a chroma key in Kdenlive, setting the background to white. If you need to screen record, you might already have the ability to do so without having to install any additional software. Specifically, if you have a Mac, you can access QuickTime Player, or if you're a Windows user like I am, just click Windows G for Xbox Game Bar. Both can be accessed via the search option on a Mac or Windows system as well. Each includes the option to record just the screen or the screen and the person recording, though since webcams don't tend to be made for face recording, I mostly just screen record with it. Speaking of not having to install anything, Pixlr is a website capable of removing backgrounds from images, color replacing, erasing, I guess brushing. It has mini brushes and an image retoucher, sort of like Photoshop. All right. Yeah, the visual elements of video are pretty important, but what about audio? Audacity is an open source substitute for Adobe Audition. I would say I prefer Audacity to Audition, except for the fact that Audacity cannot handle video files like MP4. However, using Kdenlive, you can actually separate the audio from the video and download it as an MP3 audio file to edit. Audacity's capabilities include increasing or decreasing volume, drowning out background noise, and overlaying tracks. Last, and certainly not least, not all of the media you're working with will be in a supported format or a preferred format, say hike files or web and video files when you'd rather have PNGs and MP4s. That's where Handbrake and XNConvert come in. These are both multi-platform softwares that can convert still and video media. Specifically, Handbrake can convert between video formats like MP4, WebM, NKV, and QuickTime, whereas XNConvert is equipped to handle image formats like PNG, JPEG, and even RAW formats like CR2. All right. Wow, yeah, that was a lot, but not to worry, because all the links to these softwares and websites, along with their summaries, can be found in the description of this video. So what are you waiting for? Go back to making that video you waited till the last minute to start, knowing that your bank account is completely full, except for all the Red Bulls you'll need to buy to finish it. OpenSuite for Video, because you should not be open to paying to make videos.